Hello. Today on the What If Brigade, I want to talk about what's in my work backpack. Now, if you already know, don't spoil it for everyone. But if you don't know, try to guess what type of job I'm working at. Now, if you have any questions about where I got anything, I may not remember. I started working at this job in 2021. And some of the stuff that it's in the backpack I may have gotten before that. But typically I get a lot of my gear at Decathlon France, like this backpack and these water bottles. Or I get it on Amazon France, or I get it on Amazon.com, or I get it from Vaarstreleka in Finland. But if you have a question on any specific item, let me know down in the comments and I'll try to remember where I got it. So, like I said, I started work in 2021 and I started work with a backpack like this. This is a 10 liter and I went to work and a lot of other people had a backpack like this, and sometimes I would pick up their backpack and it ended up being very confusing. And it wasn't exactly what I wanted. It was cheap, it did work, but I switched to this other backpack, which is exactly the same pack that I use on my day hikes, only this one is a different color, so I remember not to take my day hike pack to work. So without further ado, let's get started, let's dive into it. First is water. These are Decathlon water bottles. And in the winter, I usually only drink 2, but I often take along 4, and these are 80 centiliters each, so we're talking about 3.2 liters of water here, so a pretty good amount of water. And again, even in a spring or a fall day, I might only drink 2 or 3 of these, but I keep all 4 for a couple different reasons. One, I used to take a manual bike to work and get a lot thirstier, and that would take an extra bottle. And then every once in a while, equipment breaks down at work. If I get stranded way out in the middle of nowhere, I want to have some water with me. So starting out, 4 water bottles. And let's see, we'll start with the big pocket first, I think. My keys, obviously I want to have your keys, I want to be able to lock up my bike, I want to be able to get into my locker, and a snack. I bring along some peanuts I got from Leclerc, an apple I got from Lidl. I'm not always in the office. Sometimes I'm in the office when I have lunch, sometimes I'm not. My wallet, always good to have your medical insurance card, your identification, some money in case you stop for coffee, all those kinds of things. Good to have. And comb after work, take a shower, get cleaned up. And I don't know if I can't remember. Okay, I don't see anything else right there. And then some gloves. I have a different type of gloves for the winter, but these are essentially water resistant gloves. These Grip Aqua. Work gives these to me, and these ones are more for hotter days when you're sweating. These are latex grip gloves, and I have some thicker ones for the winter, but I usually grab a new pair of these every week, and I wash them every day. This, for those of you who know me, is obvious. This is my Gerber 400 series multi-plier. I always love this one. It's got, let's see, this one doesn't have a scissors. I usually like to have the scissors, but but it's got a lot of good tools, easy to open, good for bike repairs, good for emergency situations. I keep this on the bottom of my bag. And that is the big pocket. There's a little pocket just on the inside. So one of the reasons why I really like this bag as opposed to this other bag is, the other bag is a 10 liter And this bag might even be a little smaller, but it feels bigger because it can hold the water bottles on the side, where this bag, the water bottles have to go inside. So this one can actually, the smaller bag can actually hold more water bottles than the larger bag. That's one of the things that I like about it, other than it doesn't look like everyone else's bag. So, so I stopped taking the wrong bag. These are my Decathlon sunglasses. They're like €5, €8. They're UV protective. They're grayscale, and for me, they double in a couple different ways. Obviously they protect me from the sun, but they also help protect from dust and bugs and things like that. And now my work has given me an expensive pair of sunglasses. So these are my backup sunglasses that I keep in my bag in case I were to forget my work sunglasses for whatever reason. These are cheap headphones that I got on an airplane. Sometimes we have downtime at work where we're finished early and we're just waiting to go, and this way I can listen to YouTube videos while I'm waiting there. So that's the interior pocket. And now we move on to the inner pocket. Now this is an artifact. You can tell I started working in 2021 because there's some masks in here. I haven't needed these in a long time, so I don't know why I'm leaving them in there. I should probably take those out. But they've been in there. I do actually take everything out of this bag and wash it occasionally, but I've been putting the masks back in. And these are spare bags. Every once in a while, we'll be out and about, and I need a bag for something, either a trash bag, or maybe somebody gives us something, like maybe somebody gives us some fruit or something, and I want to put it in a bag. I don't want it to get dirty. This is my charging cable, and so this plugs into a battery block. Normally the battery block is in here. It must be charging. Yes, the battery was charging, and yes, this just plugs into the battery block. My cell phone is old, and sometimes it runs out of batteries. And I bike to and from work, so to me it's very important not only that I record my rides on Strava, but also that I have an emergency contact in case my bike were to break down or something like that. And so I like to have a battery pack to recharge my cell phone, so that even if I'm using my cell phone a lot at work, I still have enough juice to get home. And the charging cable too. These are 3 little Nescafé instant coffees. And I kind of like this one. I know instant coffee gets a terrible rap, but again, my office does not have a very good coffee machine, but I can make hot water if I want to, I don't often use these, but if I needed coffee in the middle of nowhere, I could get coffee with just hot water, and so this is a really simple way for coffee. And I brought 3 because we usually work in teams of 3, so I have some for my compatriots. This is hand sanitizer. It's a dirty job. I wear gloves, obviously, but you sweat in those gloves all day, and then you go to take a break, and you're gonna eat stuff and touch your phone. Probably a good idea to at least disinfect first. Kleenex, always good to have those. These are handy wipes. I don't usually use these, but they are nice if you need to do a little extra cleaning if your hands get really dirty. And Advil, 400 milligrams. Again, if you're far from the office and you're coming down with a bad headache, you're out in the sun, it's hot, something like that. You feel something coming on. This can really help when you have a few more hours of work left to do. Chapstick, good for chapped lips, protecting your lips from the sun. All right. And is what's in my work bag. So, what's in your work bag? And have you guessed yet what it is that I do for a living right now? Put your guesses down in the comments below. Let me know if you have any questions about this gear, if you have any recommendations, other things that you like to use. Give me a shout out. And this has been the What If Brigade. Thanks, and have a great day.